April 6, 1917. The United States declared war on Germany and entered World War I. President Woodrow Wilson asked for the declaration of war, proclaiming that the world must be made safe for democracy. Only the year before, American public opinion about entering the war was still divided, and Wilson was reelected largely on the slogan, "He kept us out of war." Wilson had always felt that the U.S. could be the mediator, but his attempts at negotiating a peace had proved unsuccessful. On January 31, 1917, the United States was informed by Germany that unrestricted submarine warfare would begin on February 1st. Germany said it would sink every vessel that approached Great Britain, Ireland, and some Mediterranean ports. In response, Wilson severed relations with the German government and stated that the new German policy represented a war against all nations. During February and March, several American ships were sunk. British intelligence also intercepted a secret telegram known as the Zimmermann Note that revealed a German offer to Mexico to join in an attack of the U.S. The president now had specific and compelling reasons to declare war on Germany. Wilson would not tolerate full submarine warfare against commercial vessels of neutral nations, especially in light of what had happened to the British passenger ship, the Lusitania. On May 7, 1915 at 2:15 p.m., the Lusitania was struck on the starboard side by a torpedo fired from a German U-boat. A huge explosion ensued. The engine stopped, and the crew tried to lower the lifeboats. But minutes later, a second torpedo hit the engine room. This was the fatal blow. Some survivors donned life belts and jumped into the ocean. Others crowded into the remaining lifeboats. Within 18 minutes, the Lusitania had sunk into the ocean's depths. Of a total of 1,906 passengers and crew, 1,198 innocent people were lost, including 128 Americans. This animation was created and shown to the public in movie theaters in order to gain support for entering the war. A wave of resentment against Germany swept over the United States, which influenced its later entry into the war. The German government expressed no regret over the incident and asserted that American citizens had been warned in U.S. newspapers not to sail to Great Britain. They also claimed that the ship was secretly carrying arms and munitions to England. This was vehemently denied by the British. Ironically, Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare, though very effective, may have ultimately cost them the war. Their continued assault on unarmed American commercial ships brought the U.S. into a war that it had desperately tried to avoid. Soon the nearly unlimited might of the largest industrial power in the world and millions of determined young American men would tip the scales against Germany and the Central Powers. On April 6, 1917, the U.S. did more than declare war. It declared that it was now a global power with the will and the strength to assert its convictions anywhere in the world.